My name is Christian Washington. I use they, she pronouns, and my gender identity is a non-binary, gender fluid femme.
My name is Sade Stamps, and my pronouns are she, they, and I identify as a non-binary femme.
Our business name is The Comfort Collective. It is a pop-up brand that does events around the Bay Area. We have a focus in Black diaspora and Southern fare and libations as well. My inspiration to be an entrepreneur is to be the change in the industry that I want to see. Just after experiencing the industry for so long and feeling as though there was just nowhere that I could feel completely comfortable, and kind of wanted to create that experience for Black and brown and queer and trans femmes.
One of the reasons why Christian and I are able to do this work together is, based on a lot of our similar experiences. I've done a lot of front of house, management, bartending, so many roles. And, I just find it to be really limiting and not a safe space. It's a very demanding space that doesn't allow you to be, the person that you are. You have to really take your natural mask off to show up in a way that's really not comfortable to you. So being able to, provide a space, as, Christian very beautifully says all the time, building that table, really from the floor to the chairs to the legs of the table, the place settings, all of those things are really important.
So the way we came up with the business model was very, when those people had just that aha moment in all the movies and sitcoms, it was very that. It was very let's throw dinner parties, but we bougie. I'm not just turning up nowhere. I want to be able to drink from the glass without wanting a straw. Kind of feel, but then we were we also never get to spend time with each other. So let's try and create a space where we'll throw this dinner party and then go out and get a drink after. And it's okay, well, by the time we're done cleaning up, it's gonna be 11:45, midnight. Where are we gonna go? It's well, why don't we just book two of our DJ friends and leave the bar open and have a dance party after? And now it's a soiree because we're dancing, we're drinking libations, we're having good food, and it's all happening under one roof.
Just the ancestral resonance, the experiences that we had as young people, experiencing joy, from our elders, the way that they experienced joy around food and drinks. And you can only imagine how those things were also passed down to them, how they experienced joy as a young person and how that added to, so it's really just the trickle down, but being able to do it our way.
Yeah. I think for me, 5 to 10 year goal would definitely be us doing this full time, us having whether it be a venue hall.
To be able to provide this in a consistent way, to have more of an expectation of where we're gonna be when we're gonna be there. 5 to 10 years from now, it would be really beautiful to be able to, scale that structure up. If having a brick and mortar doesn't make sense for what we are trying to do, because also there's comfort and freedom, there's comfort and flexibility, I don't see Christian and I crying on the phone at 3 a.m. because we only served 3 guests today, And it's, businesses are facing a lot. They are facing a lot. And if there's one thing we've learned over these last 2 years, is that things are really here today and truly, truly gone tomorrow.
The way that I heard about the entrepreneurship program was honestly through Aria Said, because I'd been contracting a little bit and doing all this, working closely with the district. And Aria was just what's next for you? I was I don't know. And she was what if you did this? What if you did that? And I was yeah, that sounds fun. And I think it was her instilling that confidence in me to actually go out on that limb.
Betting on betting on myself, betting on ourselves together. And just truly within that, when I say next steps, it's just next steps next steps, the next steps after you completed those next steps. And really, just one thing has, spiraled into the next.
I think that these entrepreneurship programs are very critical for the trans and non-binary community because it's like, it's just like no one's betting on us and no one's taking us seriously. No one's especially in like avenues of like what we're doing, like what other graduates have done and like all these things. And it's like, now I gotta go get a business loan and like hope they give me one and then like I hope this all works out. But with this, there's so much freedom and there's so much empowerment in the simple fact that like we're being empowered like financially and with like connections from like community and being kind of also guided because like the bank is just gonna be like, here's $10,000, 10% interest. See you in a year.
This program is really vital to, trans and non-binary folks in business because the payoff is really about you. It's not like what can you do for us and like what can you do for our visibility and all of those things. It's true. Like I truly feel a sense of like this is really like it's an appropriate guiding force. To where, yes, you don't, owe, like, you don't owe me, you owe yourself. Like, it's a lot of times I don't think that folks are like taken seriously in business. And being, having folks like really just like see us for who we are, as we present, not having to shift, who we are, just to be taken seriously, to even apply for a loan, but like and that's such a small thing, and then it comes with so much financial burden, but like that's just kind of it. Like that's not gonna guide me through the process of getting an LLC. And it is not just signing up. It is not just putting your name on a piece of paper. There are like a lot of things that you have to do, to ensure its legitimacy. And like we get that through this program.
I think that words of wisdom that I would give to trans folks, non-binary folks that want to enter business, I would say to just stay true to yourself. And like, I know that sounds so end of a Hallmark movie, but like, it's true. It's very like, because like for me, I feel like so often I've made connections not because of the talent that I have, the skills I possess, or like what, like any of those things. It's like, it's because I was true to myself and like met someone and they were like, I want to support you. And like staying true to myself has gotten me into rooms that like I would have otherwise had to like claw my way into.
Just like really first and foremost, just like really like bet on yourself. And like within betting on yourself, you yourself are putting value, into what you're doing, without letting other people set that value for yourself. Because without those people, like, what is your definition? Like what is like, what is the weight of it for you? Embracing the fear is like really beautiful, but like not allowing it to take you over so much so, like, what do I say all the time? I don't want to wake up in 10 years and, just place that bet,